This isn't tea, it's orange juice. First I have to apologise for the tragic lighting and the fact that I'm illuminated so weirdly, because I'm in my living room and the lighting in here just isn't made for anything really. It's good for like lighting it up and seeing things, but it's not very good quality. You might be able to see like a dog, and you might see cats like flying around because I'm currently sat with two of them and a dog. 2 cats and a dog. Okay, yes, you can see the cats and the dog. And there's Oscar. He has no idea what's happening. This is Badger. And that is... well, there is a dog in there, I promise. Right, I've digressed from what I wanted to say. This video is going to be like partially scripted, hopefully mostly scripted. I'd like a lot of it to be scripted, otherwise I'm going to start saying things which I didn't want to say. Basically tonight, Dodie put up I say tonight, it'll probably be coming up on Monday, which is, last night. Dodie put up a video reaching out to the mainstream media about how YouTube and the YouTube community is represented. And I myself obviously also have views on this because, you know, I'm me and I'm opinionated. And Dodie obviously has responses, so, well, I had to say something, couldn't I? In all honesty, I'm not gonna lie, like, the media represents YouTube as an incredibly negative place. For example, like, Zoella was said to be the cause of declining teenage literacy in a Guardian headline recently, which isn't really true. I'm sure there are many other factors that go into it rather than just Zoella herself. And the fact that when Zoe released her book, Girl Online, it came out that she'd partially ghostwritten it, or possibly entirely ghostwritten it, or maybe even what the truth may have been, that she just had help from an editor. No one quite knows exactly what happened there, unless someone does, in which case please tell me. Like, that's a thing that happens a lot in a lot of books, and the fact that it was from a YouTuber meant that it got a lot more press and coverage, and that people had an issue with it for some reason. But the thing is that the mainstream media don't actually recognise YouTube for what it is, because it's a community of people who want really nothing more than to help each other. Oh no, that's going to be going on for the rest of the video. Because he knows I'm here and I'm not giving him attention, he meows at me, and I can't give him too much attention, otherwise I end up being really allergic. But yeah, YouTube, like, the YouTube community wants a lot, they want to help each other. Like, that's a big thing, that's a big part of the community. For example, like, that's why if you spend like 5 minutes on the site, you'll come across an LGBTQ plus YouTuber who wants to share their own experiences as what they are, and give out love to their viewers, of like people who may be going through a similar thing, but maybe not with as much love as what they did, or if they went through no love, they'll be still sharing out the love that they didn't receive, whatever. And there's also the fact that, like, it's also a great place to get inspired to do something, because, like, short filmmakers such as Bertie Gilbert and Sammy Paul, people may not know, or may not have known, that short films are such a big thing that they could possibly do themselves. And no doubt many people have seen their short films and gone on to produce their own, because that's what YouTube is. It's inspiration. To put it into one word, it's inspirational. Oh god, that sounds so cheesy, I do apologise. At least he's waiting for me to stop talking. But yeah, another thing is the fact that the media points out YouTube as just being like a money source, and yeah, it is people's job, but if someone worked as an accountant or something, every day they wouldn't have their salary put onto the internet, and people wouldn't be constantly looking at, oh, how much money does this person make? Like, yeah, you might get a little bit interested, but would you really go up to someone and say, hey, how much money do you make? You just wouldn't, because it's not the done thing. So why does the fact that someone makes YouTube videos give you the right to know? And yeah, if they want to tell you, feel free, they can tell you how much they earn. But for some people, it's not what they want everyone knowing. YouTube is worth far more than just what people earn, and therefore, like, the sensationalist journalism that comes out of it, because people, like, the media just represent YouTube as the negative side, and yet, as I say, there's a huge positive side in which everyone's kind to each other, and yeah, people may not get so surprised and shocked by the fact that someone's been nice to each other, and it may not be so clickbaity, but why would you necessarily want that if it really means it's going to destroy the integrity of the media source? Why would you want that? Because people then will start believing that the people who say such a thing are only going to do such a thing. But if they were to say things like, ah yes, this YouTuber does this nice thing for that person, like, they will be known as someone who shares positivity rather than being someone who shares all this awful stuff. And also, the Wall Street Journal, they made a mountain out of a molehill there, because what he said was taken completely out of context. It got views, yeah, it got a lot of views, but then it didn't just get views, it got a lot of coverage and everything from everyone. But then the whole of the YouTube community is now looking down on the Wall Street Journal as a place that shares negativity and just complete lies, because that means that yeah, they'll get a short view and ad revenue boost, but now as a result, the reputation is in tatters, and long-term readers who may have been reading for a while in the past just aren't necessarily going to read them anymore. But what I'm trying to say is the fact that YouTube shouldn't get as much negativity as it receives, because it doesn't deserve that, because YouTube is a place of positivity. Yes, of course, it has its issues, but try and find any community in the world which doesn't have some sort of controversy or something. Like, it happens, it's human nature. The community is just so kind to one another, and that's what people should be focusing on. Like, they shouldn't be focusing on the crap side of things. That doesn't just apply on YouTube, that applies to all senses. But what I'm trying to say is, the mainstream media, please stop representing YouTube in such a bad way. Just do us a favour and just be nice, because that's what YouTube is. Thanks for listening, because this is my views on this. Watch Dodie's video as well on this if you haven't, that'll be there. Thanks.